Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for clicking on 5 News Web News. It is Friday, February 22nd. I'm Brittany Hoke.
And I'm Matt Heckel, and here are some of the top stories we've been following this afternoon. Police in Salem are looking for a Salem International University student.
That's right. Now, she's been missing since Monday morning. According to WAJR, Allison Rohrbaugh was last seen driving her 2002 red Jeep Liberty, with the license plate number PPW, or rather 9PW487. Now, she is described as being 5'2" and weighs 160 pounds with blue eyes and black hair. Anyone with information should call 911. There's no word yet on if her disappearance is crime related.
Well, a man serving life in prison for the death of an 88-year-old man filed an appeal to the state Supreme Court. That's according to a report in the Exponent Telegram. 22-year-old Nicholas Roby pleaded guilty to felony murder after allegedly beating Clarence Leeson with a baseball bat. He was sentenced to life without parole in August of 2011. His co-defendants, though, were sentenced to life with the possibility of parole. Roby is currently serving time at the maximum security Mount Olive Correctional Center. Meanwhile, a man who escaped from the Randolph County Courthouse yesterday is back in custody. That started after 35-year-old Derek Armstrong was sentenced on domestic battery charges yesterday morning. He was in the regional jail's custody when he escaped. Now, we're told that he was arrested in the Sycamore Road area of Elkins at about 7 o'clock last night.
And a Marion County man is facing charges after apparently trying to break into a Preston County pharmacy. The Preston County Sheriff's Department was originally called to Main Pharmacy in the Masontown area on a shots fired call, which ended up being a breaking and entering. They say that 32-year-old Brandon King broke a window out of the basement area of that pharmacy. He was detained until deputies could get on scene. He suffered minor injuries from the broken glass and has been charged with breaking and entering.
Well, a man who police think was involved in 3 execution-style murders in Marion County almost 40 years ago was arrested in Florida 2 weeks ago. He is now back in the Mountain State. 59-year-old Eddie Washington was arrested in Tampa after Fairmont police issued a murder warrant. That happened after authorities, including the U.S. Marshals Service, got information that identified Washington as a suspect. Those murders were committed in the Windmill Park area in August of 1974. 20-year-old Guy Lester Phillips, his wife Wanda Jane Phillips, and 27-year-old Billy Ray Cobb were the 3 victims. Authorities are also looking for a man named Philip Reese Bush. And a man has been arrested in Morgantown accused of holding up a gas station late Wednesday night. Larry Friend Jr. is charged with second-degree robbery. That started when police got a call that a man came into the Shell station on University Avenue around 11 o'clock. Apparently, Friend told a clerk that he had a gun and then took cash from the store's register. A little later, police found him on the rail trail near 4th Street. Now, they were able to identify him as the person who robbed the store. Detectives never found a gun, but they did find more than $300 that was taken.
Well, a man who claims that he thought a child family member was his wife is now in jail accused of sexual assault. 30-year-old Willard Brown is being held at the Taggart Valley Regional Jail on sex abuse charges. Police say that he admitted to abusing the young girl. He apparently told them that he was drunk when it happened and thought that she was his wife. The Taylor County Sheriff's Department is investigating. His bond is set at $300,000.
Well, the truck driver who had to be flown to the hospital after he collided with another truck on I-79 in Harrison County Wednesday night still in critical condition today. Now, Bridgeport police still trying to figure out exactly what happened. We do know that 43-year-old William Slaughter was the man who had to be flown to Ruby. The driver of the other truck, Freddie Chica of Florida, was driven to UHC. Now, as soon as we get another update, we'll be sure to pass it along to you.
And President Obama reached out to Republican leaders Thursday to try and kickstart negotiations on the sequester. The president called House Speaker John Boehner and Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell to talk about the automatic budget cuts. Congress has been on recess this week, and when they get back next week, they'll have 4 days to work out a deal or the cuts will kick in. Neither the White House nor aides to the Republican leaders discussed the details of those phone calls.
And before we move on, let's take a look at what our newsroom is working on for tonight. First up, heroin becoming a big problem here in the Mountain State. We're going to take a look at some of the possible reasons as to why.
And we'll also have more on the tractor-trailer accident that landed a man in the hospital and in critical condition earlier this week. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Ken Meehan is always here with a look at your first alert forecast coming up tonight on First at 5 and 5 News at 6.
And that's what's making news today. Of course, be sure to tune in to 5 News First at 5 and 5 News at 6 tonight. And until then,
have a great weekend, everybody.